Hello, new parents, and welcome to another episode of Rockabye Starcraft. Here for your viewing pleasure, as you should be rocking your baby to sleep. Are you a new parent? Did you miss the Home Story Cup 18? Well, don't worry. I am here, casting it for you, as I missed it myself. Today, we bring you from day 3. From the lower bracket losers round 2, which puts us into... where did that put us? 13 to 16? Whoever goes out is 9th to 12th. Whoever wins will be guaranteed money. At the bottom left side, our young Italian Reynor. His opponent, not young and not Italian, Korean in fact, is Cure. Reynor switched teams, and I have to admit, I'm not sure which team he's on right now. He wasn't in a team? Well, there you go. We've got, on the side of Cure, a Reaper Expand, and on the side of Reynor, he pull first, and Reynor is going to see what he can do. To sneak around. Oh, what did he did he see the other 4 going that way? Well, he knows for sure it is an early pull. Now the question is, did my opponent sneak out a bunch of Zerglings? And Pure very smartly keeps his Reaper at home. Ooh, that would have been very nice indeed. Of course, everything is within vision of his Overlord. The Cure, very safe, and Reynor, who had to invest into these early lanes, is left slightly behind. Now we've got a 3cc build for Cure, so this disadvantage, this early investment from Reynor, is going to be compounded by his opponent going for that economic greedy build. Reynor, seeing what's going on, hasn't actually seen that there is no... Oh, there we go. Nice distraction right there, but is going to be able to close the door on it right there. Nice distraction, I say, because it fooled Cure, and indeed, it fooled me. That Overlord will make it out in time. So, 3 CCs. Now, Reynor did see there's no factory here currently pumping out Hellions. So, that also gives him, he doesn't have to worry about lots of Hellions running into his base. He could have done without these Zerglings, although he doesn't quite know that. As a matter of fact, is he going to take these and attack? Going to put on a bit of pressure. There's no wall and there's no bunker for Cure, so this could very well, as Zergling speed is done. Yes, alright, cool, we have checked, there's nothing here, there's just Marines, and Reynor says thank you, I will take all of that. Cure does have a very nice position with all those SCVs, but loses quite a bunch of them as well. 8 in total. Let's see if we can get a 9th. Yes, we can. 4, 9 total. And what did we lose for that? Zerglings. Well, that is worth it and a half, I must say. Nice little timing by Reynor right there. Knowing his opponent didn't have a wall and making good use of it. Ooh. Engineering bay wall. I'm always very... going to see whether that was still there. I wonder if Rogue Reynor saw this. It's always something I'm very worried about against aggressive Zergs, because if you Bane bust this, or if you Roach Ravager bust this, this is a lot of investment in time. Oh, misses that move out. You have to build the engineering base, which takes time, and then you have to do your upgrades, which takes time, and if those get sniped at 100 seconds, you've lost all that time. Alright, Reynor didn't see that pick up, but knows exactly what's going on, and there we go. We're going to use this instead to clear some creep. Now, Cure may be familiar with Reynor. Reynor's, of course, spent a little bit of time in Korea, gone quite a ways in GSL as well. So Cure may not be as much in a, well, it's a non-Korean, I can take this little boy just fine, as much as you may, as we may think. Really making, keeping a Zergling right there, seeing what's going on, and with 62 workers to 53, Reynor has weathered any early game economic, you know, disadvantage, and has compensated that with his drone building. Now, Cure's being very nice and active with this low group, denying, oh, that got spotted, denying creep, which is a little bit of attention and a little bit of, you know, APM taken away from the Zerg player. Reynor's no fool. He saw that fly by right here, so you know something's coming here. Got Zerglings in place, and the only place is he in time, because if you catch these unloading, then this is enough Zerglings. But if they're on the ground, underneath a bunch of medevacs, and that is not really enough. Be far harder this way. Alright, but Cure picks up and gets an out of there, losing only a number of Marines. One done for both players. 2-2 there, and let's see, where are the upgrades again? We don't have the burrow upgrade yet, which is one of the main changes in this patch. Look at these screens. You can take out all the creep you want, but there's going to be more of it. As I said, one of the changes in this patch is the quick burrow and staying invisible. There we go, targeting down a couple of bailings. Bailing speed not done quite yet, and there is that speed. It's called Drilling Claws, and very nice focus fire. I believe only one bailing actually hit something, and at that point most of the Marines had already been picked up. More cleaning out here, and what does Reynor do? Well, counterattack, and he gets a big clump of units right there, including free access to the mineral line on the third, where his Marines are being kept in place, and 12 Marines right there. Yeah, you can't go out there, you're gonna have to pass by these guys. And on the third front we have this, taking that out decisively with the bailings. And oh, these guys are still there and haven't done anything yet, but keeping those there can always be a fun little exercise in luck. Here we go once again, and is that the end of the fourth base? There is a bunch of stuff in place to deal with that, and we get a nice connection. There's nothing here. Oh, well, there's a couple of Zerglings in there. Reynor's smart enough to know that this is always an opportunity, and this is that upgrade visible for the opponent. That is, you know, when they're not burrowed, because right now they're of course completely invisible once burrowed, no matter if they've got a shot free or not. Now with these Hydralisks you should be able to counter these medevacs a little bit better. Oh, getting out of range of there. And oh, what is this? We're going to try and cancel that. Indeed he does. And try to drop right in. Oh, there's an automated drop. That was not considered. And here we go once again, going to kill it. Alright, Reynor caught with his pants down. But equally, you're getting hit by those Banelings. Go. Fire now. Poor thing. 3-3, but have we gotten... haven't got adrenal glands. This is of course a very... oh, there you go. Alright. That takes care of that. This end is heavily defended, and at the same time we've got so many Zerglings coming in here. Triggering all of those Widow Mines, and no, not going to push in here any further. He's going to take care of this. Maybe burrow one Zergling there for good measure. And this base gets killed once again. High action game here in game 1. Oh, this is not ideal for Reynor. As Cure gets up his 4th base. Oh, this is still there, this is still there, and this is still there. And that is what I mean with a nice little exercise in luck. As this gets absolutely decimated, and now we have all these Widow Mines and no detection. And you need detection. You're not going to get anywhere. All of this is going on. Tries to deny this once again. Lots of queens here with the transfuses. The transfuses are no longer immediate. Part of the heal is now. Oh, what is this doing? And this is still there. Part of the damage is still immediate, or the healing is still immediate from the transfuse. What is going on? Not this. But part of the damage healed is, in fact, oh, here we go. Reynor needs to figure out that there is a mine here. It's tricky to see that on creep. Like, there's no thing. Oh, and that drop has finally come in. With those Zerglings finally got out of the way, there is the relief force, but he's going to lose a little bit of mining time there, and here we go. Nice spreads by Reynor, but Cure makes it off of creep and is ready to re-engage, but there's too much of Reynor right here. And this medevac is allowed to live, and this one finally did get cleaned up. Oh, no, doesn't get killed. Those Zerglings, you gotta be careful right now. There are the reinforcements. Takes out that Widow Mine quite nicely. And here's the anchor once again of all those queens, and you're pushing on forwards with another 30 supply in army, more than his opponent has, and just bio anchored with a couple of Widow Mines. Let's see what Reynor can do. He's going to come in just from the one side, not taking advantage of the Zerg's ability to swarm in from the several sides at once. But at the same time, that is very dangerous as well. And with those queens transfusing, he's got quite the nice tanks. And of course, the fungals keeps his opponent in place quite nicely. And Reynor pushes his way through, finally coming in from the side. And right now all the Zerglings seems to have been taken care of, but there is the next wave. There's no detection to take out these mines, and Reynor is slowly getting whittled down, whereas we can see a row of red reinforcing for Cure. GG, 1-0 to cure. Well, welcome to game 2 of Reynor versus Cure. You're playing for Reynor Greenwinds, and at the time of this recording, Reynor is not part of any team. Of course, from what I understand, his management includes his father, and for a 16-year-old player, that may not be the worst thing in the world. You're still here. The first game excited you, brought you to watch the second game, and luckily for you, your child did not go to sleep, so there's need for you to continue listening. Well, welcome. Reynor versus Cure. We have standard opening on both sides. What are we expecting? Well, Cure is not known for great deals of cheese, and Reynor can mix it in every now and then again. Now, while both of these were in GSL, they didn't actually meet each other. But they don't have any personal history that I am aware of. First Reaper going out. Not the directest road. Going to see if maybe he can deny that third. Reynor, though, planted that third down with time to spare, just in case his opponent was the kind of player to do just that. Now we've got some Zergling in place as well, and we'll be able to defend just fine until the Queen pops out, like now. And that should be the end of the aggression of Cure. Of course, you can go in over here, but there's another Queen there. We're not too worried. Oh, 2 Reapers though. Well, that could be tricky. With good Zergling placement though. Let's see. Yes, that is not the Reaper you want to go forward with. Now Reynor's got this locked down, so he knows there's not a third one on the way. In the previous game, Cure was confident in just churning out Marines. In this case, he's going to swap out that factory for the reactor. Oh, let's see if we can finally get... There we go. No! No! Oh, just getting away. A little bit of mismicro there. Anyway, getting these faster Hellions. Let's see if we can do anything with that. 3 kills, but there have been 3 Zerglings. That is just fine for the Zerg to defend with. Here we go. Queen's in place once again, and going to have to come back. Oh, and there we go with the surround. Is the surround complete? Almost complete. Gets 1 Reaper, gets 1 Hellion, and the other Hellion. There goes the last Reaper. And air control. Did you just kill? You just killed that Overlord. Alright. Map control is firmly in the hands of Reynor. Cure right now blind of anything that happens outside of his little sphere. And Reynor, well, not much better with just the one thing here. If you spread out a couple of Zerglings right here, might be able to see a little bit better. And there's that engineering wall again. And I told you in the first game exactly what I think of that, and watch that Overlord disappear. Screen should be able to deal with that just fine. Maybe give this a transfusion. No, does get the Overlord. Alright, that is very nice. And he now knows there's another one over here. Real quick. Third kill. IO by cure, quick third. Not that different from the previous game. Fourth up for Reynor, and he's going to get his upgrades just a little bit quicker. Now, Reynor saw how fast the third was in the previous one, so he may well have thought, well, same might be true now, and indeed it is, as he comes in, takes out 2 Hellions, but is, carried away by this bunch right there. Donates a couple of Zerglings right there, which does tell him that this opening is indeed free. No, it isn't. Cure on time with his army movement. As additional Zerglings keep streaming in, and Reynor's going to see if he can do anything. Use these Zerglings to make that army move in one way and then come in over there. Or indeed now would be excellent when there's nothing there but a bunch of... So let's see, is Reynor paying attention? Oh, causing a little bit of friendly fire, and indeed sees that that army is no longer there. Going to go for a single thing, and indeed is going to get targeted by that again. No, doesn't. Knew that there was an army on the map and thought and counted it just fine. This Viking in the meantime has found another Overlord. Here we go. 1-1 already there for the Zerglings, but not yet there for those Marines, which means that that trade goes even worse than he might have envisioned. And here we go again, cleaning up the creep and pulling his opponent in different directions. This is of course one of the strengths of playing the drop heavy turn. It takes out a couple of Marines, but in the end doesn't quite get it. Let's see if he's paying attention, and there we go. That deals with any threat from this group right there, and this group over here gets cleaned up as well. The Reynor can re-establish that creep, go back to droning. The next push is coming, but it is not as dangerous as it might have been with that with those 2 other groups still out on the loose. Meaty drones for Reynor, very comfortable in the very comfortable economic position, and Cure pushes back. Oh, that is one. Sees that there is another one, and sacrifices 2 Zerglings for 2 mines, which is a very nice trade. Indeed. There goes those drilling claws. Those drilling claws, very popular upgrade. Of course, one of the upgrades that got changed with this patch. And here we go. Reynor doesn't know it's there. Is going to buy a little bit of time with that spore crawler, and that is just enough right here. Very nice. First I can drop here, and I can drop right here in this new fresh space as... Oh! You're not paying quite enough attention there to his mine. Doesn't quite get anything. We lost 8 workers somewhere. But I wasn't paying attention or where that was. But that was perhaps over here where the remaining of those mines were dropped. This still there, very patiently waiting, and it can fly there indefinitely. The Viking is going to make sure that any overlord sent there to see that is going to meet a very bad fate indeed. Here we go, coming in from one side is Cure. Let's see if we can... Oh, no. Every now and again you can get some nice friendly fire with those Widow Mines. It's not the case for that engagement right there. You're going in on one side and then going in on another side. Here we go with the burying once again. Do we have a vision? Yes, we do. So instead of going in at two sides at the same time, which makes it so hard to deal with, Cure's going in one side and then another side, and then one side and another side, which isn't as powerful as it was in the previous game, where it really got pulled apart. Here we go, picked up, and gets on out of there. In the meantime, it's very comfortably chilling right there. And this is a nice little arc to retrieve them, and here is where those Widow Mines provide that friendly fire. If they target those Zerglings, which are right on top of your Marines, and those Widow Mines are maybe not the best thing to go with. And here we go, Reynor coming up from several different sides, and those Banelings doing their work, making sure that if they do go off, they take out a bunch of mines with them. And this side is held. That is one side, and here you have another one. And those can be expensive losses. We're gonna get in the other one. Yep. Oh, there we go. Very good. Still, Euro's got 8 left. Here we go. Cure moving on out with 100 supply worth of units. Reynor is going to force him to go back. He says, yes, you can attack with everything you've got, but at the same time, I'm going to be attacking over here, so maybe you should leave a couple of units here, just in case. Ooh, and sees the planetary fortress right there. Takes another couple of drones, or SCVs, I should say. Where are you going? Yeah, that should be taken out. Ultralisks with chitinous plating. Oh, that is a lot of Banelings, and indeed they get a lot of the Widow Mines as well. But naked Ultralisks off creep, not the best. There's that chitinous plating. So Reynor pulls back a little bit. Going to threaten on this side with Ultralisks to take out, or at least to tank the planetary fortress. But Cure is in place. But Reynor's focusing down on it, and he's going to get it. Alright. Now we have a bunch of overstill units with a Ultralisk on top of him. So yes, he does defend that drop, but it's going to cost him quite a bit. Now, with the amount of worker kills on both sides, the 3-3 is finally going to be there for Reynor. It is impressive that there are 76 and 67 workers respectively. Let's see, can we get that queen? Yes we can. And this base, yes we can. Reynor not in place. But then again, neither is Cure. There's once again a run by right here that's going to deny quite a few of those workers. As Cure is going to move himself into a concave of Zerg. There we go. Ultralisk from both sides. Banelings running on in there. And that is not a place you want to be as a Terran player. Though the Zerglings have been taken care of. So he does want to watch that just a little bit. Oh, run by once again, and no, cure is ready. 3-3, almost done. Now at the end of this, cure 67 workers with mules, 120 army supply, pushing in on several different sides, and here are the infestors. So let's see if we can finally get on top of those juicy ultralisk snacks known as Marines. As here is another move out by Cure, and Reynor moves in over on this side, does indeed get the fungals off, loses a couple of infestors, does mostly ravage this, and on this side we also have an engagement and Reynor pushes it back. Very nice on both fronts, and here we go. Alright. That is amount of DPS which the repairing SCVs could not counter, nor indeed does Cure try. And this side gets pushed out, and this is what Reynor's playstyle is like. We poke on this side, we poke on that side. Of course, on the other side, Cure still comfortable with a standing army. So only the one side gets done. Is this the natural? Yes. So this is the first command center. And this is the second command center. First command center built. This not being a planetary fortress might well just come back and bite Cure in the butt. This one, of course, should be a planetary fortress, so it should be fairly decent defensible position. And let's see, what can we do here? Ooh, that's going to be an expensive couple of Bailings. There is the run by, and that was a lot of SCV that got taken out right there. Not going for the command center, but instead for the defending forces. You're pushing on in on the third base of Reynor, and Reynor has nothing in position, pulls back his drones, gets on in there with the thing. Overseer being built once again, and just Hydralisk, you don't want to stay there, but with all of these Bailings, should be able to take that out, and at the cost of a base. Reynor does hold. Now we have Brood Lords on one side and Ling Bane Hydra on the other, or at least just Lings on the other side, because the Hydras are not quite there. And what you're doing against that? Well, he's pulling 5 Vikings at the same time, so should be able to take this out just fine, taking down that number of SCVs, taking out that command center once again, and maybe pushing in before there are in fact enough the Vikings to do anything about that. Reinor's got those Ultralisk, those infestors in place, and Cure seeks to distract Reynor, going in on that left flank once again. There we go. Mines buried in time and forcing that lift off, and those Brood Lords. Oh. Where are those Vikings? They're just 5 Vikings so far. He's waiting to build up a few more. Reynor is retreating. Took out 2 bases. So Cure left on 2 mining bases. Reynor is about to hit one of them. And Cure is not anywhere close to being positioned. And SCVs, well, as Shmeshnis, I don't know how to do a Shmeshnivi. Even the second upgrade for the air is being researched right now. Got a bunch of Hydralisks still there, although only 6, and he's not building new ones. So that second attack upgrade may not be the best, and that is a nice defense right there with the parasitic bomb. There you go. And yes, this is exactly what Cure was afraid of. Does have a bunch of Vikings, but not enough to take that out. So here we go. knows that Cure has been pushing on one side, the other. Oh, does he know that the... No, he doesn't know the Spire is here. He doesn't know the Spire is here. That could be quite a nice pick-off right there. Alright, and here we go. Pushing in again. Of course, Brood Lord's slow moving army, so not the best unit to defend against Bio with. And this is a greater number of Vikings. Do we have enough energy? No, we don't. Those Vipers came in as like, yes, here, parasite, go bomb that, and then there was no energy. Reynor not going for this, but instead going once again for that command center right there. And with this command center being taken out, GG, Reynor ties it up 1-1. Welcome back. We're unfortunate enough that your baby's still crying, not asleep. I'm still here to talk to you about Game 3 between Reynor and Cure. This, Day 3 of Home Story Cup 18. Game 1, Cure managed to pull the win, but Game 2, Reynor managed to take one back, and here we are, 1-1 in this best of 5. Now, both games were, of course, decent macro games, so I shouldn't expect anything else here. It would be great, of course, if either of these players did a little something else to throw off their opponent, but Cure not really known for his cheese, and I don't believe Reynor is either. Although, due to reasons of baby, I haven't been following the scene as closely as I might have. So, he might be doing that very well for all I know. Not this game though. Did go spawning pool first, but there's the expansion already. Got no gas yet, so let's get a couple of Zerglings, see if we can deny a command center here or do some damage, but not going to go for a horrible amount of aggression right there, I should think. We'll see, of course, if there's another bunch of Zerglings being made right here. Nope, there is the next drone. Well, let us see what Reynor can do with these 6 Zerglings. Let us see if Cure sends out his Reaper, which right now is the plan, if I follow this. And that should give Reynor the opening he needs. Excellent. This should be one delayed command center right there. Some Terran players, of course, do the Reaper and then that one Marine, but this way you can get those Hellions out that much faster, and there goes the SCV. Cure coming back with the... Oh, Reynor could try and go in if he so wanted, or disrupt that transfer, but he doesn't. Right. But... Ooh, and Cure having to come back with all of these SCVs. Reynor should be able to make... Oh, did get 2 SCVs. Alright, very well. Alright. That was worth 3 larvae, I should say. Of course, quite a bit of this this damage on the CC will have to be repaired as well. So, nice damage there by Reynor. With these Hellions and the Reaper on the field though, it would be... Oh, he's just gonna go right through, and Reynor doesn't have anything except these Queens and the 2 defense. So yep, 2 for 2, 3 for 2, and Cure diving deep and getting damage done. Doesn't get the block off there, and let's see if we can get any more drones there. 4 drones so far. this point, it should be locked down. You might be able to get out with just one. No, with these Zerglings in place, he catches that. Now, of course, oh, it's not here. 4 drones at 4 minutes versus 2 drones or 2 SCVs at 3 minutes. Well, I think that's okay. I think that's okay, but it's yeah, not as great as it was for Reynor just now, and a very ballsy move by Cure pays off. I want a Liberator to keep with the harass. We do have a tac lab on the barracks, but it's not doing anything quite yet. And that Liberator was spotted, so everything should be well and set up. Ooh, very nice there. Let's see if the same problem happens just now. No, Reynor this time has Zerglings in position to ward this off. There are those 2 queens, just waiting for that Liberator. Liberator, which took a little zigzag halfway in the map and is going to come in over here in the main base. Unspotted by Reynor so far, and let's see how fast he responds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're going to lose cocoons. We've got the front anchored with these roaches versus any additional run-bys of Hellions, but that was a bit of damage, or at least some Reynor didn't want. Oh, and these guys get a nice little barbecue right there. Now, we've got 9 roaches, 3 Ravagers. Let's see what the damage we can do here. The bunkers aren't there quite yet. Oh, there's 1 SCV. Waiting for these Ravagers to show up, and we don't have the vision. Don't have the vision. That is 1 bunker right there. What's happening over here? No, Reynor's got the defense. Oh, and here goes those bows, which will take out a lot of SCVs. Make no mistake. And Reynor is pushing on through, but he's not getting that bunker. Not getting that bunker. Does get that tank, which is very nice. And with additional Zerglings just streaming on in. But also with these Hellions coming back right now, the attack by Reynor is finally slowly coming to an end. But not before 13 SCVs are down. Now that sounds great. However, oh, there's some free. That's not what I was looking for. I was looking for this. Worker supply, 40 to 39. Reynor had to put a lot into that attack. There's a long time where it was not building drones. And that means that right now, him and Cure are on the same amount of workers. So yes, it was an attack, but it didn't in no way kill Cure. Cure is very much still in this. Did I miss Stim? Yes, I did miss Stim. Stim safely on the board. What are you carrying? Marauders. Okay. And we've got some Hellions flying by as well. Flying by. Hellions don't fly. Hellions drive. Now with Cures, commands that are on the 3rd base can start saturating that. And Reynor's going to have to deal with this. He doesn't have any banelings yet. Only got a couple of queens right there. He is going to have to respond, otherwise he's going to lose that base. There's a nice little attempt of a surround by the Zerglings, but there's not enough. And the Hellions behind the bio that was getting healed, safe from these Zerglings, free to roast them. And Cure takes the 2-1. Alright, and here we are with game 4. Cure. Korean Terran. 2 games. Reynor. The Italian Zerg. 1 game. Is Cure going to serve this out? Or is Reynor going to take it back to the ace match? Let us find out on Cerulean Falls. A little bit more economic focused opening by Reynor. Going for the hatch first. His opponent comfortable with the barracks with some gas. Reynor going to 18 before putting down a spawning pool or indeed gas. Cerulean Fall is a long map. You've got that little bit of extra time before the Reaper goes all the way down to your natural. So you can squeeze out that 18th. Especially if you're as good as these guys and you don't mind a middle bit of tango with your drones versus a Reaper. Not something I recommend to do for lower league players, but definitely something that Reynor and the likes of him can pull off. There you go, getting that little bit of ply with the natural base for Zerglings to deal with that. Your Reaper went halfway to the map and is going to go back just to be safe. Doesn't want any of that shenanigans from last game. Got put behind by a couple of Zerglings. Reynor's going for the fast third, and without any Reaper to deny him, that goes down without any problems whatsoever. Reynor once again going to try and sneak by, and will. And this time, Cure went for a Marine before getting that that reactor. So is possibly going to defend against any early run buys. Oh, and that queen there should prompt Reynor to run by there, but no, doesn't know what's going on in Cure's base. Doesn't know there's a Marine there. Though, to be honest, after last game, he might well, you know, just know. Right there against possible drops. And Cure going for that 1-1-1. 1-1-1 with that possibility of pumping out many Marines, many Hellions, and of course anything from the starport, difficult word as well. It's just going for the Viking. Clear out any high ground vision. Nope. You guys are not going to get anything done. Oh, let's see what we can find. Nothing. See, nothing. Nope. Going to send out a little bit because he didn't see what was going on there. He just saw a bunch of Hellions. Going to try and get that scout. We can. Alright. And let's see how the run buys work. Now, more queens in position should do anything like the damage it did in the previous game. And I believe there was a run by as we were both all distracted, which did see what was going on, including upgrading Tech Lab on the starport. But Reynor might just be able to prepare for Banshee coming on out with... Oh, there we go. Going for that vision once again, and engineering base on the front line. Vikings going to try and clear out any spawning overlords, and there goes or here on the third base, and oh, but nothing in the main. The main already has it, so that is not a problem. Fully protected against the Banshee, is Reynor. Doesn't have his main and natural linked up yet, so any queens we have over here, where are the queens? Over here. Not going to be able to defend and help defend versus that Banshee. If Cure were to wait for 2 Banshees, which he isn't because he moved this away, take out this 1 queen and then take out a number of drones before really taking any damage. Dead. Just getting the 1 kill. A very fast third once again. Economy healthy for Reynor, healthy for your 4th base going down, which is spotted by Cure. And everything is going once again to the macro game. Did Cure cancel this cloak? Yes, he did. And that is 1 dead Banshee. Reynor going to try and do a little Baneling run by, which is not going to work out very well for him. Although he... oh, nice control there. Nope, doesn't get the walk by there. 1 SCV. Not fantastic. Cure is going to move out with his first poking voice. A little bit here, Reynor of course, or indeed any Zerg. Very keen on doing run-bys in defense. If your opponent's on the other side of the map, why not? But Reynor not doing any run-bys, instead going to try and, oh, very nice. Nicely done there by Cure, who got caught by the Zerglings, but then focused down the Balings 1 by 1, by 1 by 1. And the Cure picked on up before any additional Balings could arrive. Drilling Claws, the upgrade, which gave, and indeed the unit, which gave Reynor such a hard time in the previous or in game, what is it, 1 and 2. Game 2, of course, he won. And let's see if Cure's paying attention. Yes, he is. Just the 1 Marine going down there from splash damage, as the rest is loaded into that medevac. And Cure keeping up the pressure. An attack going in this way. Ooh, all mines. We've got Hellions, and of course, this group can start running by at a moment's notice. Here we go. 1. Of course, this gets spotted just fine, and here are Hydralisks. Oh. Yep, doesn't get all the kills off. 1 mine does go off. But everything else is... What happened here? Well, no workers were lost, so everything else shut down by Reynor just fine. And with the economy he has now, if he manages to survive for just a little bit longer, I am very, very enthusiastic for Reynor's position. With Cure once again moving out, not with his entire force. There's some stuff right here, Hellbats, there's more stuff, so he's not moving out en masse just yet. Just making sure that that creep is cleared, making sure that Reynor doesn't see everything everywhere in the map. Cure moves out to take his 4th base, where Reynor already has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a very damaged Viking that sees not a lot. We have here drop that's been poking into that 4th, going into the main base, and there is units in the main base, so let's focus on what's happening over here. 1 by 1 does Reynor move in a little clump of units, Zerglings and Banelings, get a couple of those mines to detonate, and in the meantime, what's going to happen here? Ooh, Reynor did have a bunch of stuff in his main, but it was only barely enough. And yes, you really do need vision up here to clear this. Here we go, taking that out, taking this out. There's that anchor gone once again, and a group ready to run by Reynor gets intercepted. Kira once again tries to take this position. Reynor not allowed to spread creep, but back up to the high ground. Let's see, there's enough here of Reynor to move on in there, but you want to go in piece by piece. You want to slowly whittle away the that's a bunch of nice Bailey connections right there. How Cure focusing those down so well. So well. That's such a hard thing to do, but Cure absolutely nailing those Bailey snipes. Now the remaining Zerglings come in, but a little bit at the same time is not what you want to do with your Zerglings. It is enough. It is indeed enough to push that back, as there's a run by here which got 6 workers there. And Reynor lucky to survive this with that excellent bailing focusing that Cure does. 2-2 done for both, and 3-3 on the way for Cure, but Reynor hasn't started that yet. Instead going for the Spire, choosing to use the gas there. Of course had to use a lot of gas on those bailings, and with not enough things in position to contest this position with those mines once again there, Reynor has to evacuate this. Ooh. Instead getting the drop on this command center, and is going to try and get once again over here. Watch out for those widow mines. This order of command not even having landed yet since the previous run by, and we're going to be able to take care of this. Forces the cancel into building of a planetary fortress, and the lift up, forcing the delay of that anchor. And now we're going to see what Cure can do with this ramp as he did with the one over here. And he does get the position. Cure not, or Reynor not. Oh, those are some nice bailing and indeed Zerglings. Bailing widow mines and Zerglings all together in a merry mashup. $120 to supply to 88, and we've got those 3-3 versus 2-2, but here are 7 Brute Lords, and that will anchor any push. Oh, but where are the Zerglings? How many Zerglings do we even have? Reynor may want to evacuate this, as indeed he does. He's going to lose quite a few of those drones, but Cure knows not to just go on in there. At the meantime, we've got a run by over here doing quite a bit of damage as well. And here are the Brute Lords. Welcome. All those Brutelings creating a little bit of a wall for the Marines, but it's not enough, and there's not enough on the ground to really stop these Marines from stimming on in there. Stim for the win. There were 7 Brute Lords. There are now 4. But there is now no longer enough that actually shoots up more. Part of this clump is indeed Marauders, which do a very good job of buffering, but don't actually shoot to the Brute Lord. Do, however, take out this 4th base. Here we go. Reynor, of course, being pushed in every time, and can only defend just with Zerglings rather than the Bailings you really want against those Marines. Of course, Zerglings quite a bit better versus Marauders. And Reynor on the back foot, still with the worker lead, but Cure's got a better spread on his available bases. And of course, we have the upgrade advantage for Cure as well. Cure, let's see what he's going to do. Well, he's able to take out all of those Zerglings right there. It's a good start. See if he's going to keep pushing, keep trying to, poke and prod in these little little attacks. Just 40 supply here, 40 supply there, coming from one side, coming from the other side. Or if he's going to try and just gather all of his forces together and kill Reynor. This time it doesn't quite work. Oh, just going to drop those in the mineral line, and Reynor does not get the move out there just in time. Only loses 5 workers. Here we go once again. We'll poke over on the left side. There we go, with investors. One of the problems that Reynor's been having so far is that every time he sees an army, he can't quite catch it, can't quite keep it in place for his banelings to come by, for his broodlords to come by. Now he's got the investors. Let us see what damage he can do as Cure goes for a drop in the main, and there's nothing in place this time to deal with it. Right on top of the tech, this could be a very dangerous drop indeed, and Reynor forgoes this base right there in order to save his tech. There goes the Greater Spire, and if he gets the hive, Reynor will be reset quite a bit, and these are so slow. These are so slow, and there goes the hive. Broodlords finally in place, and what is Cure going to do? Oh, he's not going to evacuate, that's for sure. Cure has got another bunch of units right there in the mineral line of that base. I'm going to stop trying to keep count. And Reynor GG's out. Cure takes the series 3-1.